obviously the text messages and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was all that was.
Throughout history, there has been the archetype of the village idiot, a person who is infamous in their small community for being a buffoon. In a small village, you will have a number of professions, such as the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, and the guy whose primary duty is to take dumps in the public square. The village idiot is a stock character that most likely emerged from mentally ill people at a time when people knew nothing about abnormal psychology. People who screamed randomly in public, flashed the farmers as they plowed the fields, and tried to copulate with mules were assumed to be possessed by the evil spirits. I suppose mental illnesses are kind of like demons in the sense that they're tormenting voices in your head that you can't control. In most cases, the village idiot was, well, an idiot, but in some cases, this proto-lolcow was actually brilliant in a bizarre way. The cynical philosopher Diogenes lived an ascetic lifestyle without proper housing. He mocked the norms of his fellow Greeks. This was despite the fact that he was a member of a wealthy family. During the Middle Ages, you had the court jester archetype, who was usually very smart, but played the role of an idiot for entertainment. They used absurdity to mock those in positions of power without facing the repercussions in which serious people would be for, say, mocking the king and his nobles. In sharp contrast to the village idiot, the court fool was well aware that they were, well, a fool. And in many ways, this fool was wiser than anyone in the king's court. Fast forward to the modern day, and we have vastly different technology and social structures, yet so many of the same social elements have been fairly consistent. The comedian is the modern version of the court jester, with the ability to point out truths others can't because he is a clown who makes people laugh. George Bernard Shaw stated that if you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh, otherwise they will kill you. The most noticeable example of this was the arrest of comedian Lenny Bruce during the 1950s under obscenity charges. In many ways, Lenny Bruce was both a village idiot and, more importantly, a court jester. He had many run-ins with the law due to his drug addiction and eventually died from an overdose on a toilet, an honor which he shares with Elvis and Catherine the Great. Nonetheless, his comedic genius and his unjust arrest made him an icon of not only comedy but also free speech.